Mahmoud Khalil was a proud graduate of Columbia University. He earned his master's degree in December 2024. But Khalil was more than just a student. He was a passionate advocate for Palestinian rights. Khalil emerged as a leader in student protests. He demanded a ceasefire in Gaza. He was a vocal critic of Israel's policies. His activism brought him to the forefront of the movement on Columbia's campus. He participated in the Gaza Solidarity Encampment. He spent 17 months protesting. His goal was to pressure Columbia to divest from Israeli weapons manufacturers. Khalil found himself at the center of a storm. The university began investigating him. They scrutinized his activism. This scrutiny was a sign of the growing tension surrounding the Israeli-Palestinian conflict on campuses across the country. Khalil's story became a flashpoint in the debate. This debate is about free speech. It's about the right to protest. And it's about the treatment of dissenting voices in academic settings. On March 8, 2025, Mahmoud Khalil's life changed abruptly. Plainclothes agents arrived at his door. These were agents from the Department of Homeland Security. They apprehended Khalil at his university-owned apartment. He was taken into custody. The reason for his arrest? The State Department had revoked his green card. The government claimed his presence in the United States posed potentially serious adverse foreign policy consequences. This was according to a rarely used provision in the Immigration and Nationality Act. Khalil was confused. He had contacted the university just the night before. He emailed Columbia's interim president. He asked for help. He was the target of a doxing campaign. This campaign labeled him a terrorist threat. He sought protection and legal support. The agents ignored his lawyer's requests. They refused to provide a copy of the warrant. Khalil was transferred to a detention center in Jena, Louisiana. This location made it difficult for him to access legal counsel and see his family. The arrest raised immediate concerns. Was this a politically motivated act? Was this an attempt to silence dissent? The answer to these questions had profound implications for civil liberties in the United States. Mahmoud Khalil's arrest sent shockwaves through the activist community. Civil rights organizations were outraged. The American Civil Liberties Union condemned the arrest. New York Attorney General Letitia James called it unprecedented and illegal. Legal experts questioned the basis for Khalil's detention. They argued that the government was using its power to target an individual. This individual had simply exercised his First Amendment rights. The government, they claimed, was overreaching. A federal judge in Louisiana temporarily blocked Khalil's deportation. The judge scheduled a conference for March 12th. This bought Khalil's legal team some time. They needed to prepare his defense. They needed to challenge the government's actions. Columbia University, meanwhile, faced growing pressure. Students, faculty, and alumni demanded answers. They wanted to know how the university was responding to the situation. They criticized the university for not protecting Khalil. The university released a statement. They acknowledged the ICE presence on campus. They said they were following the law. They scheduled a town hall to address the situation. But for many, this response rang hollow. They demanded more concrete action. They demanded the university stand up for its students. Mahmoud Khalil's case is a stark reminder of the fragility of free speech. It highlights the dangers of government overreach. And it underscores the importance of defending the rights of all individuals, even those with unpopular views. The Trump administration's crackdown on pro-Palestinian activism on campuses has created a climate of fear and intimidation. Students are afraid to speak out. Professors are hesitant to engage in open dialogue. The chilling effect on free speech is undeniable. If the government can silence Mahmoud Khalil, it can silence anyone. This is a dangerous precedent. It is a threat to the very foundation of our democracy. We must resist attempts to stifle dissent. We must defend the right to protest. We must protect the First Amendment. The future of our democracy depends on it.